Hello! I'm Guildmaster Dan, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy. Last time we did a lot of boring stuff walking around talking to people. Now it's time to actually go on our quest, and get into our first fight. So, let's go wandering around and see what all the hubbub is about. See why it's called... why Final Fantasy 1 is considered so hard. Alright, we're fighting some goblins. Imps, never mind. And they get to go first, that's nice. Looks like they got the drop in the initiative, so... ouch. But, fortunately, last time we equipped our armor and our weapons, so we're not being frickin' slaughtered. Alright, so, alright, we got Gob first, drink. I guess if I have potions or something. Okay, we got Gob first, so okay, we're gonna go ahead and, we're gonna fight the guy in the front. We're gonna have him charge it. Oh, look at that. Oh, cool! Alright, so, obviously initiative is different in this than in most, JRPGs. Whereas instead of it being like one-on-one turns where you select your move and they go do it, this is kind of like how I run initiative in my games, where you have to, at the beginning of the round, everybody has to choose their actions and then see how that works out, which actually ends up being more realistic if you think about it, because when you're in combat, oh yeah, we're gonna shock somebody. Alright. Yeah! Whew! Way to go, Wizzy, 40 damage! Way to take out that imp! Alright. Gob? Ha-ha! Gob! Slayer of imps! Alright, let's see how the thief and let's see how Nope and Lenny do. 1 damage. Pshaw! Deal. Ineffective! Alright. Ah! Hey hey! It only takes 9 damage to kill these guys. Awesome. Alright. Okay. Anyway, so I kind of run initiative that way in my game. You know, it makes sense that everybody, when you're going into a combat, you're reacting and or acting. You don't have time to sit there and plan out what you're gonna do. You have to choose what you're doing now, and it actually looks like Hope and Wizzy are a little beat up there. So maybe I'll use her cure spells. Ooh, found some gold on those imps. They must have stole it off some merchants. I don't know. I should probably... I mean, I don't know the effect. Okay, actually, it only looks like they lost a little bit. So, okay, we'll leave that. I should probably save her charges anyway. Now, something else I remember before is we actually have to do a little bit of combat here before we go. Because, if I recall correctly, until you're pretty weak until you hit level 2 in this game. So, we're gonna go ahead and get a couple of combats out of the way here, but I'll tell you what, I'll go ahead and, well, you know what, I was talking about stuff, so okay, I'll tell you what, I'll finish what I was doing, and then, as need be, I'll fast forward through it. So, okay, well, anyway, so what I was saying was that, it makes sense that, in combat, you know, you're just acting, so there's no time to really plan out when you're in the midst of combat. Initiative is going to work where... let's just see what you can do if you fight. You know, you're going to act, and if you guys end up attacking the same person, you might end up hitting each other, or, you know, you might end up, you know, swinging at a guy that just fell because Gob just sliced him down. Way to go, Wizzy! Apparently 7 damage is not enough to kill him, but that's alright, because Lenny got your back. You pathetic imps can't hurt Gob! Gob, slayer of imps! Gob, teach that wait, which one attacked you? That one. Gob, teach that pathetic creature what it is to attack a warrior of light, supposedly! Alright, Lenny. Let's take you out, and I'm gonna save the magic, because I only got 2 spells per day, and you shouldn't really waste your spells. See, that's the type of mentality. You missed! He's a little goblin imp thing! But it's okay, they missed. Nope, so I guess it evens out. Missed? Come on, nope. Really? Alright. Look, see, nope, Lenny's doing his job. Come on. You're our badass cleric. You're supposed to kill something here. Alright. I got a little off topic, I think. It's okay. Anyway, but the whole, like, managing your number of spells a day, like, come on, that is straight out of D&D. And, you know, actually, I kind of, Well, okay, well, it's straight out of... Come on, Wizzy, you can do better. But don't worry, at least we have Gob the Imp Slayer on our team. But, you know, the initiative here is pretty much how I think initiative should be run. And on top of that, it just makes sense to me. You know, I had this argument with a coworker recently about initiative, because I mentioned I was going to be playing this game. And, you know, he didn't understand... He's a Final Fantasy fan too, but, you know, he never really played these earlier games, or at least not completed. He just, you know, he tried them, decided it was too hard, and gave up. And he didn't understand why you could attack the same target even though it's dead. You know, he thought that, you know, you should be able to overkill, you know, kind of like you could in Final Fantasy X. And yeah, there you go. Nope. And don't get me wrong, Final Fantasy X, and here comes the hate. Final Fantasy X is my favorite Final Fantasy because of theming and immersion in it. Essentially, I like the world. And Auron's awesome. But where's I going with this? I don't know. Apparently, I get ADD when I am playing Final Fantasy, guys. Oh yes, I remember. He thought, like, if two guys attack the same monster and one of them killed it, the other guy should get overkill damage on it, which doesn't make any sense at all. It just sounds like you want the game designers to give you a little carrot for doing extra good at doing that thing that you just did, instead of realizing that you should be managing your combat better. So, I'm gonna reward you for stupid behavior instead of, you know, teaching you to be more strategic in your combat. And, you know, that's kind of... And I can see what's happened there. I understand how it went that way with video games, because video games are a medium when it comes to... a medium based on instant gratification, or at least some genres are, and at least compared to Dungeons & Dragons and other MMOs. But I've kind of seen that same thing happen in modern tabletop RPGs. There we go. In modern tabletop RPGs, a lot of new school GMs really put on the kid gloves and, you know, take care of their players. You know, like, I know one GM who has a everybody gets one. He has a Spider-Man rule where if you're gonna die, I will save you the first time. After that, you're on your own. And I'm not sure. And if what I've been told is correct, he might not always follow through with that. But essentially, that's akin to a lot of modern thinking in that you need to put on your kid gloves for your players, because, you know, it's not fun dying, you know, why would you die? It's like, well, because you made a stupid decision, and you need to see the consequences of that, otherwise you're gonna keep making stupid decisions. You know, this notion in modern tabletop RPGs, where you have to hold the hands of the players, and not let them make stupid decisions, or not let them suffer the consequences of them, it's poor game mastering is what it is. Like, game mastering, like, as a game master, it's your job to run your world fairly, and holding your players' hands is not helping anyone. Yeah, it might help you get your story gone, but in the long run, it's going to make your game more boring, because there's no excitement in combat. There's no risk of death. You know, feeling a little tired. I think it's time to go to the inn. Well, you know, alright, I guess before I go to the inn, I should use up my spells. And I guess before I use up my spells, I should get into a combat. And I guess before I get into a combat, I should remind you guys that it's the end of the episode, and we're all out of time. So... okay, so I wasted an entire episode blathering and doing combat. So, sorry about that. Next time, we'll go ahead and I'll jump straight into finding Garland. How about that? Okay, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.